Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Brewery Bhavana out of Raleigh, North Carolina. This one is called Azalea. See, it's 2019 release of this. I don't know if they've done it before, but they always just put the release year on there. This is a dry hopped Foeder ale. Says brewed with friends. This tasty collaboration blends two of our favorite Foeder fermented Saisons, Mosaic hops add tropical fruit aromas and subtle whispers of pine. And this is 6.0 ABV. It doesn't say who it's a collaboration with, so I don't know. I don't know who it's collaboration with, but anyways, yeah, I've not had this yet. I thought it sounded pretty interesting when I was there, so I wanted to pick it up and check it out. So we'll see. And I just finished drinking a giant barrel-aged stout, so this is probably going to be a really nice change of pace compared to that, I'm sure. And it was really good, but it was just, it's hard to drink a lot of that type of thing, at least for me. I really love their super clean labels too. Anyways, you can see this pours a slightly cloudy golden color. Had a small white head that fizzled away pretty quickly, which is pretty standard for mixed culture beers. Wow, yeah, you can definitely. I was curious. I didn't know how old this was because it's not bottle dated. I mean, I know it's at 2019, so obviously it was within a year, but outside of that, I didn't know. That's one thing, the good thing about hoppy wild beers, and I think, if I believe correctly, it's because of the Brettanomyces. It eats up more oxygen than Saccharomyces does, so the hops don't get oxidized as fast and they last longer. But any type of hoppy beer with Brett that I've had that had a little bit of age on it, it still tasted like the hops are fresh, which is awesome. And in this, honestly, this smells like the best of both worlds when it comes to mixed culture stuff and hop. There's a ton of that stinky pineapple character that you get. So overripened pineapple is a general descriptor I use for IPAs, but with Brett, a lot of times I get pineapple character too, but it's like really stinky, funky pineapple. And that's mainly what I'm getting in this, but there is an underlying juiciness to it, which I'm assuming is from the hops. There's some peach notes. A little bit of apple skin. Some lime character, and it is a little blue cheesy too. It's, I don't know, it's pretty funky but juicy at the same time. It smells like. Oh wow, that's nice. That is funky though. Whew. Go back for a little bit more. It's very floral, which, it's called Azalea, and it has a flower on the back of it, so that makes sense. But I wonder if the main driver of that is the yeast or the hops, or just a combination of the two. But it is very floral, but not like that dry floral character. Reminds me of if you were in a the rainforest or somewhere where there tropical fruits grow, but there's also orchids and those types of flowers. So you get that floral note, but there's also some tropical fruity stuff in the air as well. I'm actually getting a little bit of strawberry and star fruit too. Man, that's a lot of... Now it's like... That's so weird. Like passion fruit and dragon fruit, too. This is honestly one of the most tropical tasting wild beers I've ever had that didn't have like tropical fruit in it. It's very, very unique, too. But it does finish with like a very, very like cheesy pineapple finish, if that makes any sense. I know it sounds weird, but it makes sense to me because when Brett's in play, it doesn't say Brett is in play, but I'm assuming if it's a mixed culture. But it's like it has a slight like sting of acidity too. It's not even close to being like throat burning sour, but it does have a little bite of acidity on the tongue, which I really like. And it's really fruity and juicy up front. But then the back end, it just finishes in this like really dry floral character with like a little kick of passion fruit and dragon fruit. Man, it's like leathery too, which, you know, of course, I'm assuming that's from the something from the Foeder. But yeah, it also has like a little bit of that like sweet tart Smarties character as well. This is no joke, one of the most complex beers I've had in a long time. It seems simple, like on first sip, and then you really delve into it. If you're really trying to think about what you're picking up, and then you take more sips, and it's just I'm getting all these different types of tropical fruits, but not like I'm not gonna say people describe like, oh, I taste orange, I taste tangerine, I taste nectarine. Like that's all to me. That's all pretty much generally the same flavor. I guess nectarine is like more peach, so that's not really the same. But tangerine and orange to me similar. Nectarine, peach, and even apricot is kind of the same. But to me, I mean, this is all over the place. Now in the back end, I'm not even joking, I'm getting like a banana taste, which is really weird. I that might be something that I got from the strawberry too, because sometimes those two come off the same to me because I just think of like strawberry banana. Well, I said there's like that stinky pineapple, some like dragon fruit, passion fruit notes. Definitely a little bit of like stone fruit, like peachy character too. Yeah, I don't know. This is really wild. Like, it's blowing my mind that there's not actually any fruit in this because it's just there's so many different things going on in it. But when I think about it, it makes sense that there's not fruit in it because if there was, I feel like it would be like one or two dominant flavors. But this is all over the place. I even get like a little bit of a pear too. Man, I will be the first one to admit sometimes when I listen to beer reviews, especially when it comes to juicy IPAs, and someone's saying they're picking out like 10 different fruits, I'm like, okay, bullshit. Like, there's no way you're actually getting all those tasting notes. And maybe they are, and you know their palate's more refined than mine. That's fine. I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means. But sometimes those hazy IPAs just all flow together for me. But this, I honestly am legitimately pulling out all of those flavors, which I usually never can get that much out of a beer. Sometimes even if I think something's super complex, I just can't really pull out all of the flavors that is actually going on. It's hard to articulate them. But this, they're all pretty unique, and they stand out separately. I couldn't remember where I bought this. I thought I bought this at Final Four, but I also bought a Final Four bottle from somewhere else recently. But that was not this. So this one, sorry, not Final Four, Brewery Bhavana. This one I did buy at the brewery. now that I think about it, and I have another bottle left, and I can't wait to share it with people in Pittsburgh in 2 weeks because I honestly think their minds can be blown how complex this beer is. I love these guys, and I love everything they do, especially the wild stuff. This might be my favorite beer that I've had from them, honestly. It is just so complex, and there's so much going on with it, and at the same time, it's like incredibly crushable and drinkable and like super balanced. It's just no joke. This is one of the best wild beers I've had in a long time. I mean, this is up there with like the best Zillicoa stuff as far as just uniqueness and getting all kind of crazy flavors out of it. So I think this was like $14 a bottle too, which is like a steal for this in my opinion because it's amazing. On my scale of buy, drink, dump, this is absolutely a buy. I don't know if when I'll be in Raleigh next. It'll probably be a little while, so I doubt they'll still have this. But if I would see it locally, I would absolutely scoop more of it. This is an awesome beer. So great job, Brewery Bhavana. Please keep it up. Loving your stuff, and this is this isn't on the same level, if not better, than everything else I've had from you guys. So I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.